Breaking news: ex-Governor Yahaya Bello lands in fresh troubles as APC leaders move against him. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're just joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Indications appeared recently that the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, might have run into trouble with some powerful forces in the All Progressive Congress, who are now ready to pay him back in his own coin, barely a few weeks after leaving office. A top government official had disclosed this, that the former governor, who had stepped on some toes while in office by some of the decisions he took, which the party did not like but could not do anything because of his closeness to the Buhari administration. They explain how, although the former governor remains a towering figure in the ruling APC, some of his actions while in office are said to have spiked some forces close to the presidency, and they are unwilling to let him go scot-free just like that. And among the issues, it was learned that they will come back to haunt Yahaya Bello. And Yahaya Bello is in his high-profile campaign to become the president of Nigeria, while the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was the clear front-runner to succeed President Muhammad Buhari. Let's not forget that Yahaya Bello mobilized heavily to become the president of Nigeria, despite knowing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had been fully endorsed by the APC, and he only gave up the ambition after roundly defeated by Tinubu at the Eagle Square. Although the former Kogi State governor has since aligned with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and earned his support during the governorship election in Kogi State, which was won by the APC's Ahmed Usman Ododo, who is now the executive governor of Kogi State. There are feelings that those who were uncomfortable with this turn of the former governor against the zoning arrangement in the APC and the fact that he might still harbor a presidential ambition come 2027 have not taken their eyes off the former governor of Kogi State. Don't also forget that the same governor, Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, denied the existence of COVID-19 and acted against all the measures adopted by the federal government in conjunction with international community to stave off the deadly disease. A development that seriously embarrassed the government and the people of Nigeria, but there was nothing the All Progressive Congress could do at that time. Now, those who lost out from the many economic and financial benefits that might have accrued to the state are still unhappy with Yahaya Bello, who feels he did something extraordinary to save his state and his people. As if that was not enough, there were posters last week at the APC Secretariat indicating that the former governor, Yahaya Bello, wanted to replace the APC national chairman, who was just elected some few months back. These are some of the issues which have reeled Yahaya Bello's need to be very, very careful, which have reeled some powerful elements against Yahaya Bello. He needs to be very careful with his actions. It was gathered that the last governorship election in Kogi State, which Bello still had an upper hand by installing his successor, came with a huge collateral damage and cracks that reinforced deep animosity within the rank of the APC and the tribal fault lines in the state. It was even gathered that the former governor has earned fewer friends in the aftermath of the election, which some leading APC leaders actively supported the opposition candidate in the state in a bid to vent their disapproval of Bello. And according to reliable sources, many of those behind the plot to deny the APC victory in the election were still uncomfortable with Bello and would not want to see him emerge as a power broker within the party anymore. And it is clear, it is really clear, because at this point we see the relationship with the sudden amendment of the charges by the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission to include the former governor to answer charges over the alleged laundering of 80 billion fraud fund belonging to the Kogi state government, and it could not be established whether Bello was initially removed from the charge by the EFCC because of his immunity as a governor, or whether there are other factors behind his inclusion in the amended charge, even though he was not the governor at the time when EFCC said the offence was committed back then in 2015. So my country people, yes, this is it. Yaya Bello tends to run into fresh troubles because some APC leaders are allegedly plotting and making moves against him. They are yet to pay him back in his own coin. This is coming barely few weeks after he left office, after leaving office as the governor of Kogi State. Now, they noted some things, that a lot of actions of Yaya Bello really spiked these forces to be against him. The fact that he was quite aware that the APC's anointed candidate during the 2023 presidential election was Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but yet he decided to still campaign against Tinubu. He wanted to become the president of Nigeria, knowing fully well that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had been fully endorsed by the APC. But at last, he gave up his ambition when he was defeated by Tinubu at the Eagle Square during the party's primaries. We can recall back then how Yaya Bello was campaigning vigorously, printing posters, flyers here and there on how he will become or emerge as the next president of Nigeria. So my country people, some of these APC chieftains and leaders tend to withdraw their support from Yaya Bello as they plot fresh move against him. Guys, I'm dropping here. What are your thoughts on this? Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.